the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Now, obviously, Ken, you know, I'm sure the fight fans would love this fight if it happened with Garcia. He did fairly well, less attendance than what we expected. Obviously, you know, he's been doing around 13. It was close to 7,500 today, but it would be a battle of the trainers. Angel Garcia gets a lot of love and a lot of hate, and both of you guys are very speak openly. So talk to us a little bit about this, and I guess his comments that he feels, and it wasn't negative comments, Angel feels that the most entertaining fight out of Amir Khan and Keith Thurman and also Porter against Danny would be Sean versus Danny would be the most entertaining fight. Do you feel the same way?
Nah. Actually, I think the Keith Thurman, Sean Porter would be a much more entertaining fight. Danny just happened to be the guy that said, you know, we were tailor-made, and I thought because he said that, you know, we wouldn't have to discuss this or go back and forth or talk about it, do a lot of interviews. I thought we could just like go right to the table and negotiate a fight. For us, we'll make it very easy for you, Danny. We're not even concerned with the purse. We don't have to have a belt on the line, okay? We can come to the Barclays Center. It's easy for us, not a problem at all. And as far as, you know, you leaving it up to your advisor, I'll make the phone call and let him know on our behalf that we are willing, ready, and able to fight Danny Garcia. But I don't think he's going to accept that phone call from us. I really don't. So, you know, it has absolutely nothing to do with feelings or emotions. I think he's mentioned something about Sean being, you know, upset. No, nothing like that at all. It has everything to do with someone wanting to fight us, and we want to fight. So with that being the case, yes, the Keith Thurman, I think that's much more entertainment fight. But the Danny Garcia, hey, this is a guy that, you know, packs a house, and we're looking forward to fighting that type of fighter, you know, 30-0. You know, I want that fight.
Now, do you think that that's a fight that's possible to make for this year, or could politics get in the way and we need to build this up and it'll be good to open up the new year with?
Well, if that's what happens, then I'll say that's what happens. But if it just happens that Danny doesn't want to fight, I'm going to say that as well, that he doesn't want to fight. If Angel doesn't want to fight, be man enough to say you don't want to fight. It's okay with us. We ain't going to chase you around, okay? We would like to get Keith Thurman, you know? We would love to have Keith Thurman fight. That would be a great fight for us, you know? So if we can't get Danny Garcia, we're definitely interested in the Keith Thurman fight. You know, I don't think Keith has a problem with taking that fight. We've had that conversation before, up close and personal. As far as Angel and myself, you know, him being the entertaining guy he is, and me being the guy that's going to tell the truth like a brick upside your head, let's get it started.
Now, you know, it's interesting that you bring up Keith Thurman because he used an analogy in terms of the advisor that you guys all share in Al Heyman. He says that, you know, Heyman works for the fighter. So if a fighter wants a fight, it's his job to try and get that fight. But if the other fighter doesn't want the fight, it's also his job not to get that fighter that fight. So how do you guys make it work? It seems like the only logical thing would be Thurman because he's willing and he's openly speaking about Sean. I mean, just today he called out Sean. So it seems like Team Porter and Team Thurman are willing to fight whoever. It just doesn't seem that way for everyone else.
And you know what happens there? If that's what happens, then Sean and Keith fight, and the winner of that fight, Danny will get the leftovers. You know what I'm saying? So Danny will be the leftovers for whoever wins the fight. So if Danny's not willing to step up and take the fight with Sean, he's not willing to take the fight with Keith. Just like Floyd's not willing to take the fight with Sean, and Floyd's not willing to take the fight with Keith,